Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Doctor Who Reviews. This week, our story was picked by friend of the show, Lena Fenrira Mactire. That's absolutely included to what she picked.
It wasn't Matt Smith after all.
It wasn't Matt Smith after all.
Shit.
I'm stunned too.
Shocked.
But there's a reason why she picked this one.
There is, and we'll get to that very, very shortly. But
We'll
first,
get to it
I'm
right
joined-
now. A woo, bitches.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that or not.
What?
You've got permission, and Kat's got permission from Lena, but I'm not sure if I've got permission or not.
You should ask. Anyway.
Okay, well, tentatively, I woo. So anyway,
Oh
I'm
God,
joined
how
by
dare
friend-
you?
Future Rain, don't forget to censor yourself.
Yes.
A woo bleep.
I didn't say the word after it. It's that word I have, the first word I have to censor. Anyway, I'm joined by my co-host. Firstly, to my virtual left. Off for the New Year's Mist they run, it's Freezing Inferno.
Hello.
To my virtual right, there's a chill in the air. She's cold as steel tonight. It's Cock if you serve a bare nose cat.
Hello. That's probably lyrics to something that I don't understand. So, woo.
You're getting the idea. And finally, he shifts, Call of the Wild, it's Kuchiri.
A woo, bitches?
No,
You say
since
such
Chris
thing.
isn't here, I'm gonna have to say a $300 fine. No a woo.
All right. I
Bitches.
would like to derail the podcast for a moment, if I may, since I was not here last time for the.
Why does that ever stop you before? But go ahead, Frezno.
That's true. That's true. So I'd like to talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, specifically the online simulator, the official online simulator, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, who this past weekend added a brand new archetype to the game. It's called Malice. And it's a link summon spam deck that combines Alice in Wonderland with cyberspace and hacking, if I can get up here. So we've got the cool field spell with the white rabbit. We've got cards like the March Hare, who
Nice.
has blades for some reason. And then we have the Queen of Hearts, the ultimate boss Link monster. Why do I mention all this? Because this set of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards with its Alice references are more faithful to Alice in Wonderland than fucking Zagreus with its random bullshit. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you, you big Finish lore-obsessed continuity fuckhounds? Anyway, let's talk about Big Finish audio.
Mike, we love you. So yeah, Lena picked another Big Finish audio for us, the Moons of Vulpana.
Vindication.
So this was released back in 2019, featuring the Seventh Doctor and Mags, who was a character in the Greatest Show in the Galaxy that we saw, that we did on this podcast a long time ago. I enjoyed that one.
That's a good Sylvester McCoy story, one of the better ones.
It is a good one.
And Mags was a cool punk girl who was in the company of a shitty imperialist asshole named Captain Cook, and she was also a were lady from Vulpana who turned into a crazy beast and tried to kill Doctor Who in the circus, but ended up killing
Captain Cook was a great villain, though.
He was pretty bad. Yeah, he sucks. He sucks. And he got ripped to shreds. He got better because of reasons, but then he fell down a pit and died. The end. But
Yeah, so he's not in this particular story.
somehow or another, Big Finish decided, hey, what if she traveled on the TARDIS with Doctor Who at some indiscriminate point in the Seventh Doctor's timeline? And
It's not a bad choice.
Yeah, pretty neat.
I mean, she's fun.
I wonder, has Big Finish ever done anything with the Welsh girl from Delta and the Bannerman? I
I think they either were planning to, or it's in the future. I don't know.
They should do that. But anyway, this werewolf. Oh, I said the word, which actually there's a scene in this audio where the doctor says werewolf, and it's treated like a fucking slur. It's like what? What the fuck?
Welcome for tax one. Carry on.
Womp womp. But yeah.
Do carry on, yeah.
But yeah, so here is an audio with the Seventh Doctor traveling with Mags, and it is about her home planet, Vulpana, in the past.
It is in the past, yes. Very, very far into the past. The golden age of Vulpana.
If this is their golden age, I hate to see any other ages. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. This whole audio is basically just hey, the monarchy sure fucking sucks, doesn't it? Which is really funny.
I see aristocracy. Yeah. They're not kings and queens. Aristocracy.
Even so, it's the same thing. Classes. Ooh, they think they're better than the peasants, and they think, oh, we've got better blood, so we deserve to treat you like slaves and kill you. And it's the typical Doctor Who. Oh, that fucking sucks. It's just really funny that all this noble blood bullshit is being critiqued like, oh, monarchy fucking sucks from a British audio company. It's really funny to me.
I mean, there are Republicans in this country.
They also make comments.
Did someone
about
say
how...
eugenics?
No, when I say Republicans, I don't mean those Republicans.
They also make comments. They also make comments about how they're all second and third cousins at one point in time.
Oh God!
I mean, they are the aristocracy.
Christ Almighty!
I'm just checking out some to see if it's been cancelled for that particular joke. No, I think we're okay to continue. I think we're okay to continue. Let's carry on. So
yes, let's.
The first part opens.
Deliverance us from this joke.
The first part opens.
Someone will
with a Max has just had her first adventure with the Doctor in the Monsters of Gokroth. I might be pronouncing that wrong. I've not heard the Monsters of Gokroth yet. I can't tell if it's good, bad, or indifferent. But she's in the TARDIS. She's trying to keep the wolf within at bay. The Doctor uses his sonic modulator to stop her. Getting used to that technology. It appears a lot in this.
This is just peak Big Finish because, as we all know, as classic Doctor Who fans, the sonic screwdriver was destroyed when the Fifth Doctor story, The Visitation. So he can't just have a sonic screwdriver. No, he has to have a sonic modulator, which is totally different.
Well, it changes his voice and allows him to hypnotize people.
Wow.
It's totally different.
The Doctor has auto-tune.
Yeah, basically.
Behold, my sonic modulator. That's just a T-Pain microphone.
Do you believe in life after wolves?
It's totally a sonic modulator. I can't do the McCoy rolling R's.
And I can't do the Cher voice, so we're even.
Yeah. Good enough. No. The only voice I can do is bringing this girl out.
I'm not doing the voice I can do because I don't want to hurt my throat. So he offers to take Max home. We then get a huge lore dump of Vulpana and where, I mean, lycanthrope lore. I caught myself. That's not one of the attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And they takes her back to Vulpana in the Golden Age, which sucks.
As most Golden Ages do for certain people.
Then the Doctor gets bitten by a poacher.
By the way, I would like to comment on this section right now.
Please do.
So, for the first part, like for part one and part way into part two, Chris was there for me listening to this. We had to break off part way into part two, and then I listened to the rest of it on my own. But we noticed something. So the name of this planet is Vulpana, right?
Yes.
This is the worst name ever because Vulpana. Vulpa means fox in certain languages.
Absolutely. So, this should be Lupa.
This is more of the British being unable to understand certain cultures. It's a good thing we don't have anybody British in this call.
I have that one. That was a good one.
All of the poachers are considered to be lower class, like they're not pure bloods. And then Mags is a pure-blooded, like lycanthrope from this planet. Chris and I had a very specific idea of what this scene of the poachers confronting Mags and the Doctor looked like. And I had to make a image of this.
Oh God, here we go.
Get the window up. What? Why would you apologize? It's a masterpiece.
Oh.
the Seventh Doctor would hang out with Crystal from Star Fox Adventures.
No, he wouldn't.
No, yes, he would.
What's the source? Do you trust me?
Yes, exactly.
By the way, I especially like what I named this. Totally normal werewolves.
Totally.
Yes. Oh, that's the text. That's all the text.
I'll pay it. I don't give two shits. By the way, that's one of several.
Of course.
I kind of gathered. One thing you can't be accused of, Kat, is doing things by half measures.
Thank you.
Anyway, the Doctor gets bitten on the leg by one of the poachers, but it's okay because they're then rescued by the aristocracy. These totally will not turn out to be assholes with evil plans.
No,
Yes.
not at all.
Shock. Horror.
No, two of them just remind us of a least favorite character from another podcast we're doing.
You don't get to slander the dog like that.
Dog.
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 Lady Mags, Lady Mags, Lady Mags, Lady Mags, Lady Mags.
Had to happen.
Please make me your apprentice.
God damn it.
By the way,
I got
I
one
hate to
person
do
with
it
it,
so
at least.
soon, but honestly, like I'm going to have to do this again. The way that their mom describes them, she's like, "Yes, this is my son, Isaac. He's strong and brave and wonderful. And this is my other son, Tobe. He's also strong and brave and wonderful. And this is Jax."
Get back to Mortal Kombat 2.
That's the wrong image.
No,
You saw part of it, but that was the wrong image. Let me
If
bring
you
up the
pause
whole
the
thing.
exact frame, people, you get a preview of a joke 20 minutes earlier.
There's the actual one.
Yes. I approve of this
Clicked
memeing.
on the wrong one, but you get the idea.
I approve of this memeing. But yeah, they even do it with the voice acting. Like they have Isaac's got this very, or is it Isaac? The oldest brother has got this very deep and impressive voice like this, and then Tobe's got like a sort of middle pitch voice, and Jess just sounds like a person. So
He's just a
Yes,
fella.
a
He's just
totally
dude.
fine person who Chris and I did not clock within the first like 5 minutes.
no, he's just
I-
an Omega. Don't worry, guys. He's just an Omega.
his heel
We
turn
all-
is not exactly well hidden.
We
I-
all
again.
know how good Omegas are.
Yeah, you know, they come out of a vault like as a big bone daddy. and
Don't
then they
make
get,
me think about that again. Don't you dare make me think about that again.
Okay, well, I do once again have to commend Kat and Chris for their bullshit boy detectors. They're just on point.
It's like around the time of Mags having dinner with them, we clocked the nice guy.
Yes.
Incel alarm.
The nice guy
incel
started
alarm.
coming on, and it was just like, our bullshit meter's coming off.
Incel Allah. I mean, if you
Essentially, yes.
if you caught him, then I caught Lady Ula. Way
We
too
did-
smooth.
I didn't figure out what he was doing until around part 4 came out. That one was a little bit of a surprise, but we did clock the nice guy alarm.
I love that's an alarm now, by the way.
Yes, it's official now. I'm probably going to have to make my own alert for it.
I mean, if you do it in your own time, I'm not going to make that. But
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
because it's your bit, not mine.
And
So anyway, we made another character because there's only like about 4 or 5 main voiced characters in this, other than the Doctor and Mags. So Dr. Barton, then, she's a servant of this family, but she's a doctor, which is a bit strange. She heals the Doctor. She's also been experimenting on herself to try and become a lycanthrope.
You can't say that word.
Yeah, It's an aspect that was actually taboo within the story itself. We're not doing this for a bit.
Yeah, no. Literally, the doctor says, and she acts like he says it's her, and it's like, what the fuck? Why did you write that into your lycanthrope story? What the shit?
Oh no, I said the W word.
Yeah. Oh my god. Ugh. Dude, that has connotations that you can't just paper over with your sci-fi supernatural monster story.
Particularly the W word, yes.
Yeah.
You know what? We also need to call out Rainiac because I see the W word here in our notes.
Oh!
Oh, right, there's the text.
Yeah, sure. Writing it down is not as bad.
It's not, but
you know we're giving you shit.
mea culpa.
Oh, someone record this. He's trying to change the words.
The editor. He's editing.
Why did they change to werewolfy?
So the actress from Ula, Nimi Marsh, was actually an 8th Doctor companion, according to the TARDIS wiki. The most accurate source of all the TARDIS and Doctor Who information.
Not entirely villainous, but which one though?
Ruba McGuire.
I have no idea who that is.
I also don't know who that is. all right, Ken, you win the pissing contest.
Anyway, why don't you put down the Google document and then talk about, I don't know, fucking...
No. You give away what we're talking about. I'm not broadcasting that.
Oh, no.
That's not going in the show cap, but...
Yes, it is.
No, it won't, but I will accept that word does appear in the script.
Just blur everything else out around it.
Yes, all right.
Oh no, you've been spoiled for
those who only listen and weren't looking, I've been gradually increasing the size of the word werewolf in some of the notes.
Yes. All right, cat, truce. I accept that word accidentally appeared in the script. Mea culpa.
At least 3 times.
Yes. Mea maxima culpa.
Mm-hmm.
And what that's done now is if you could put it back, please, because it's broken the format. I can't read my own notes.
Why wolf?
Why wolf?
Yeah.
So there's also a thing where these 3 brothers love to fight each other. They fight each other all the damn time. Thank you. And
Look for Jax. Because he's different. He's sensitive.
Well, and the other 2 are trying to be the alpha, which, is a thing that doesn't actually exist.
Yeah, it doesn't actually exist in real wolf packs, but it sure as fuck exists in tawdry fanfiction.
Well, the alpha male doesn't exist in actual wolf packs.
Okay, so legit facts time. Chris has been assaulted with all these shitty werewolf fan fictions. She's been reading them and she's been telling me about them. Oh my god.
Is it basically we have Twilight at home and it's even worse?
Taking psychic damage from the Omegaverse.
The Omegaverse,
It's like Alexandra, but it's spelled with 3 U's in it somehow. And I turned out to, and I've been abused all of my life. But it turns out that I'm secretly the daughter of the moon goddess, and I am in fact the secret mate of the head of the king of the entire wolf kingdom. But he doesn't want me, so he's trying to abandon me this entire time. But then this other king of this other wolf kingdom, he actually wants me. But you know what? It's fine because the other king wants to abandon me, but he gets super jealous because this other king wants me. And oh my god, it's shut the fuck up.
2 points. 1, this sounds like someone read My Immortal and took that as serious inspiration.
Yes.
2, when are we streaming ourselves reading these?
And the 3rd point,
because I I tried suggesting this to Chris, and she's like, "No, don't break their hearts." And I'm like, "Yes, let's break their hearts."
And the third point, Kat, is that voice you just did absolutely destroyed me. So well done.
Also, it's probably true in some way. The last one that she read to me is about this girl who, she was a slave to this family, and then it turned out that the super ultra mega wolf king was her mate and rescued her, and turned her into. She decided to become a baker, and she was working with like a witch, but there were a whole bunch of witches that were harming the super ultra mega wolf king. None of this is fake, by the way. This is all entirely real.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
But like, not this one witch. He was fine with this one witch who was working with his wife, but they kept getting kidnapped. Not her. The super ultra mega wolf king kept getting kidnapped, and like the guy who was torturing her kidnapped and was torturing the super ultra mega wolf king, and thought that this was going to go great for him. That he was going to just be able to torture this guy and it was going to be fine.
Oh boy.
I've just been losing it in the background for the past 3 minutes. Don't mind me.
My eyes been
Like
glazed over for a little
100%.
bit.
I gotta find these stories and start reading them out to you guys. Just they are magic in their own way.
I was
Like,
gone.
I'm so
gone
sorry
to
to Lena. They cannot write your species.
I was gone at the minute the word Super Mega Ultra Wolf King were mentioned.
Okay, we got
That was my word for him because that's basically what he was the super ultra mega wolf king.
We need to do dramatic readings of this on stream, Cat.
We do.
Yeah,
We do. Also,
But
pause for a second. I'm getting
the
another knock
problem
on
is
my door.
not so much Jax, but Isaac and Todd keep fighting over everything. They fight over who gets to be Max's mate.
And then she starts doing magic tricks.
Well, circus.
Oh, yeah.
You can take the girl out the circus, but you can't take the circus out the girl.
So it's been a while. I say a while. It's been a while since I saw Greatest Show in the Galaxy. She wait, how did she go to the circus? There was nobody left at the fucking circus. All of them died, didn't they? At the end of
No, they rebuilt the circus.
Who rebuilt the circus?
The one survivor.
Megs and somebody else. By the way, Chris was just at my door. She was offended that I was talking about the super ultra mega wolf king without her, and she wanted me to specify his name was Bronx Mason.
What is this NXT ass generator name? What?
Bronx Mason with an X. BRONX.
Yeah,
Bronx Mason.
Bronx Mason.
He's about to win the NXT championship next week, isn't he?
Right. I like hearing these stories because, and you should too, because as fellow writers, it makes me feel immensely better about myself.
Yes. Yes. That's the power of fan fiction. There, I've said it. Fight me.
Yes, great.
It's not even fan fiction. These are original stories that people write.
Oh my god.
Well, it's not it's not fan fiction in the sense that they're not, taking established IP. It's just here's a story about werewolves fucking girls.
I mean, you joke, but don't forget that 50 Shades of Grey started off as a Twilight fanfic.
Yeah, it sure did.
And it should have stayed that way.
Basically just torture
Anyway.
porn dressed up as werewolves.
Well, some people are into that.
Anyway. The Doctor quickly realizes that something is off with Vulpana and its Moons. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
My God, one of them's an egg.
Chris made that exact same joke to me.
Birds of a feather. Birds of a feather.
Oh, is that why Chris is quote unquote ill?
Give her a high five from me.
No, she was ill before that.
Was she more ill after she made the joke?
Yes.
I'm not surprised.
I don't know what you're talking about. What? Wow.
Jax seems to be ashamed of being a lycanthrope. It's really weird with Jax because part one he seems like a total snobbish dick. Part two he seems reasonable. Part three he's not reasonable. And part four he's evil incarnate.
Oh no. Anyway.
Again, this guy's heel turn was telegraphed a mile away.
Womp womp.
Well, the Doctor wants to leave Vulpana. Max wants to stay one more day for the festival. I'm fighting the urge to break into a Les Miserables song. And And of course, this is a 4-part story, so Max wins out.
Ryder's got to eat. Even in the Big Finish era, Ryder's got to eat.
I don't think, having a plot is Ryder's got to eat.
No, it's the same thing. No, but it's the same sort of thing that happens in the old 60s stories. It's like,
all right,
hey, doctor, we could leave right now. Oh, no, let's just check the switch. Oh, no, things have gone wrong, and we're stuck here for another.
Except they've subverted it and having Max is the one who wants to stay and not the doctor, but yes.
And we have a cliffhanger.
Yeah, cliffhanger is that Dr. Barton attacks the doctor with a knife.
Well, the thing is that Dr. Barton is like going through the transformation of a lycanthrope, but she's not actually, transforming, but she's still going, kill! And it's like, oh no!
Yeah. I thought I read somewhere that the actress that plays voices Dr. Barton was married to somebody famous from Doctor Who. I'm just going to check if that's right.
Well, Kuchiri just said she was.
Well, technically, she's not going through a transformation. She's just.
No,
she's the find out later. She's going through something a little bit different.
She's the sister-in-law of the guy that played Edison.
Oh.
In the Nikola Tesla episode.
Oh my.
Robert Glenister. That is the same guy, isn't it? Yes, it is. He was also in Keizo Androzani.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, Celatine.
Tesla, one of the good 13th episodes.
Yeah. Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. I was trying to think what the hell it was called.
Yeah, Tesla. You're going to activate Cat with all this Tesla talk. Move on.
Did somebody say Tesla?
Yes.
Okay. The cliffhanger was resolved really easily at the beginning of part 2.
Much like that's as true to life to classic Doctor Who as anything I've ever seen. A random cliffhanger that's easily resolved within seconds.
Okay, let's be fair. It wasn't that easily resolved.
No, because they fight over who gets to save him.
I want to save him. No, I want to save him. No, I want to impress the
I was
girl.
there first.
I'm going to impress her.
I've got a bigger dick. No, I've got a bigger dick.
I'm screaming at him. No, I'm screaming at him. Stop it. I want to scream at him.
My cock is larger than your cock. Well, I've got the larger balls.
These voices are sending me, man.
Oh my god. That's great. Oh, do I need to break up?
Max
I can't do many voices, but I can do Pompous Dickhole.
Max and Jets, God, there are too many names with ending in S here. This is getting too much. Max and Jets get into an argument over Jets being a snob. Isaac's going to tell Bafo who gets to save the Doctor. The Doctor therefore saves himself instead with the sonic modulator. I told you we'd get more news. Dr. Barton seems to be fine now, but she's taken to the dungeon anyway because peasant.
You'll be killed for this.
There's a reveal about who they call the peasants that kind of hit me like a truck in part 3.
Soylent Green is people.
Not quite like that. Not quite like that. And Max is quite happy to be on Vulpana because her urges to turn into a lycanthrope seem to be controlled here. So she considers just, I can stay here permanently.
Yay.
Of course she doesn't because we have 2 more parts to do, but...
And, more adventures to be had on the audios with her.
Yeah. Then we get a scene that I was looking forward to, and then it changed to something I wasn't looking forward to. We get the Wolf Ball, and...
Did you just do a final story of Leela's first season cough?
No, because I included parts of the word. But we get a Wolf Ball, and...
You're on thin ice, buddy.
Unfortunately, all the time. When I'm not underneath the water. We get the ball, but the ball gives way to a hunt. But not before the brothers fight over who gets to dance with. At this point, I think I should just put the brothers fight was on a copy and paste. At this point.
I get to do a waltz with her. No, I get to do a waltz with her. No, I'm going to do a waltz and a flamenco with her. I'll do a waltz, a flamenco, and a can with her.
Girls, you're both ugly.
She decides to throw her words not mine. Throw shapes for both of them. Jax excuses himself from dancing, and then we get the first big reveal. The hunt is hunting peasants. Oh dear.
The hunt is people.
The hunt is people.
The most dangerous game, man.
Oh, Vulpana?
Yeah, well, yeah. But you mean it's classic Doctor Who, so you know they just look like people anyway. Because budget.
Well, they don't look like anything. They're audio, but yes.
But you know that's the thing. They're not like it's not inventive alien design. If this were filmed, they'd just be people in stuffy clothes.
Yeah, it's just dudes. It's just dudes and dudettes. Max is naturally disgusted by this because she has not taken leave of her senses, thank God. And at this point, I've written something that proved to be very prescient in my notes. It just says, and I'll quote it verbatim, Jack seems to be more reasonable than the rest of his family, so he's probably the true villain. And yes, he is.
No. Hans is a totally stand-up guy. Wait,
are you kidding me? Jax is totally a stand-up, absolutely fantastic guy. I mean, look how fantastic he looks. He's great.
How do you recall that?
Frizz beat you too by 20 seconds.
Holy fuck. Am I part of the psychic circus? Because I just predicted that out of nowhere. Oh my God.
People keep asking me when I'm going to forget about this movie, but I'll never let it go.
Oh.
Good one.
Let's go into the unknown. So,
Yes.
two lines from Jets that I think were really kind of interesting. Maybe genocide is no more than we deserve. And genocide or revolution?
Revolution?
He sounds fun.
Yay.
Sarcasm.
What a fella.
What a gem-up guy.
He's a totally stand-up guy. You know, he's a gentleman. He fights for what's right. He throws laser grenades. What?
Yeah, he invented laser grenades.
I'm just a scientist. So naturally, I invented lasers.
Blade is pissed. Blade is suing for copyright infringement.
Oh, Lord.
And then we get to the bit that Kuchiri mentioned. That the second moon families are dying out due to inbreeding? What?
Yeah. Oh, you told me I needed to find someone new, fresh blood, not any of my second or third cousins.
Twice removed.
No, not even twice removed.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, incest, where I come from, that's not encouraged. And
I don't know how they're doing on ancient Vulpana in the Golden Age.
I haven't told you this story before, but I might as well bring it up now I've mentioned that word.
Oh God.
So I went on a trip with a school group to Austria, to Vienna. And one of the guys had brought a translation guide for German.
Oh.
And one of the phrases said, I kid you not, in it, I don't remember what it was in German, but in English is, where I come from, incest is not encouraged.
Did y'all go to fucking Austria?
Vienna.
But not fucking Austria.
Vienna, but it meant nothing to me.
I mean, Vienna's not that bad, I'm sure.
It's actually a beautiful city.
Oh, sure.
I've been on the Ferris wheel from Living Daylights and The Third Man.
I suppressed my urge to say, hey, have you been in the sewer from The Third Man? And I remember we did this bit already.
Yes.
We're recycling bits. Great. Talk about a cliffhanger or something. I don't know.
I mean,
yes.
We've been doing this for 12 years. Of course, bits are going to be recycled.
Recycled or mirrored?
Kamen Rider entered the chat. So the cliffhanger is that the Vulpanans
Speaking of
are about...
mirrors,
That's just a change of heart card.
that's not
Now Yu-Gi-Oh's
not.
recycling its own material.
recycling
You mean
or
reflecting?
mirroring?
That's
It's reflecting on the
Change of
past.
heart. What are you talking about?
I mean, like the split art. Oh, never mind.
Recycling or mirroring?
I don't mean it has the same function as change of heart. Of course not.
Yeah, it does not.
I can read. I know it doesn't. The Vulpanas try to start their hunt, but they can't transform for some reason.
It's just so easy to wind them up, kids.
Well,
As long as the kid-
it is unfortunate that some people do suffer from EDs. It's just in this case, it's a TD.
I'm not rising to that bait. I'm not rising to that bait.
Transformation dysfunction.
I'm not rising to that bait.
She swung the bait.
So she swallowed what? You're disgusting, Kuchiri.
What? Jesus. No, rain. Talk about something.
Yeah,
else.
they can't transform, so they start fighting each other.
Oh no.
Because that's normal.
The aristocrats.
But I'm pish.
But then Max does transform.
Rawr.
It's not explained why she can and the others can't.
Okay. You know what makes this a little weird? And this is kind of a function of I think Kat said in Zagreus that she had a audio face blindness or whatever, couldn't pick out half of who the fuck these people were supposed to be. Whenever anyone turns into a lycanthrope in this, I can't tell who the fuck they're supposed to be because they're like,
I mean, it's worse than that because
werewolf now.
all the voices were done by the principal cast.
so it's like it's really hard. Sometimes it's hard to figure out who the fuck is talking, who the fuck's turned into a lycanthrope, and it's like, "Arr, arr, arr."
I'm pretty sure Beth Goddard did all the additional female voices.
Wild.
Maybe Jessica Martin did a couple as well because she's Max. But I don't know.
Anyway.
So Max transforms. She then tries to kill Jax at the beginning of part 3. And his brothers fight her for the privilege of killing Jax. I'm sorry, what?
Well, I know what, because this is my message to Editor Rain. You know what to put here.
Oh, yes. A certain picture in a certain bathtub.
No. Good answer. Good guess, but no. A certain musical cue.
So there's a three-way battle breaks out. It doesn't last very long because 2 of the participants are not lycanthropes.
Oh, no.
And 1 is. So the one that's transformed beats the 2 that are not. And we apparently, when we cut back to them, they've been absolutely mauled by Mags.
Oh, no. Our companion has committed murder.
Except she hasn't.
Except she hasn't. Yeah, this is another one of those things. It's like, okay, yeah, you might as well call me Western Union because this is being telegraphed.
Do you know what makes that funnier?
What?
Do you know what makes that funnier?
What makes that funnier?
There's literally a UK newspaper called The Telegraph.
Of course there is.
Or the Torygraph, as some people call it.
Well, y'all have a paper called The Mirror. So there you go.
Yes, and it's not fit to wipe people's backsides with.
I love how polite you said that. It's no fit to wipe your backside with. It's not fit for wiping your fucking ass. That's how we say it over here across the pond.
I mean, I usually just use the Daily Mail for that.
Did you just prove that? There are multiple papers you can do that with.
There are a variety of British tabloids that you can use as toilet.
But the Mirror, not that one, is one of them.
Anyway.
Long live new media. So,
What is the end of Videodrome? Long live the new Flesh.
the media is dead. Long live the media. So Jax says he's supposed to control his transformation and tries to get Max to do the same. He sort of succeeds.
Which is weird because whatever.
This is never explained.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all a hook for a punchline.
They explain it.
Yeah, it's all a hook for a punchline at the end of part 4.
It's not a punchline. He just can't transform.
Yeah, it's not really a punchline. I think it's more just to make him more pathetic.
Yes.
But also, Mags has this whole arc of, oh my god, I hate becoming a lycanthrope. I lose control of my senses.
That's the bit that's not explained, how she can actually change back.
Willpower, I don't know.
I guess.
The power of love.
So Max wants to try and stop the Vulpanas from killing each other. I mean, she's too late for a lot of them already.
Mm-hmm.
So Jax takes her to his hidden laboratory. Absolutely not a villain. Absolutely not a villain.
Yes, perfectly fine.
Oh no, lay on my bed, even though we have no chemistry at all.
Yeah. So then the doctor shows up. He uses the sonic modulator to calm the surviving hordes of Vulpanans.
Actually, and this is a good point. The doctor doesn't do too much or he's doing things, but he's not really present as such. Like
no, this is Mac's story. This is Mac's story.
Yeah, it's a companion focused story. I like that. He spends part 1. He's got his leg bit. He's in the hospital. In part 2, he fucks off in the TARDIS to investigate the plot. And part 3, he shows, and then here he is in part 3 showing up. So it's like for half the story, he's not really a player as such.
So he has a confrontation with Ula, Lady Ula. She claims to be dying. She blames him for the transformations not working. She blames him for the death of her 2 sons. Yes, her 2 sons are dead.
Oh, we gotta talk about that scene. Oh, I have a bite wound. I'm dying. Oh, my bite wound's deeper. Oh, I have a scratch wound that's even deeper.
Grim Reaper, please make me your apprentice. No, Grim Reaper, please make me your apprentice.
I'm bleeding out the carpet. No, I'm bleeding out the carpet.
My blood's going out faster. No, my blood is bleeding out faster.
Find your own patch of carpet.
I have internal bleeding. My blood is internally bleeding out faster.
You've just reminded me of an interview where the man who was going to be prime minister of the country claimed there was a home test for internal bleeding. And we elected this man to be prime minister 6 months later.
Yay.
Rain. You don't have a fucking candle because we elected a guy with a fucking brain worm.
True.
We didn't elect him.
No, you didn't elect him. He was just appointed.
Oh, I know, but we still fucking elected the guy who fucking elected him.
True.
We
and I'm still pissed about it.
We elected a pretty okay guy, I think, so far.
What, Carney?
Yeah.
I want to cry.
Yeah.
Fucking Pierre Polyev is running for his seat again in August.
Of course he is, because someone stepped down.
Yeah, they stepped down so he could get back, so he could have another shot. Because
that's fair.
Yeah, that's great.
That's totally fair.
Yeah,
we have that happen as well.
Rich.
In fairness, it happens in this country as well, and it's not right.
Seriously, when do we get to eat the rich? I'm hungry.
And you might think, this is a Tory thing to complain about. Actually, it's more of a Labour thing where they just take a trade union official and parachute them into a safe seat. Whatever. This is not a political discussion.
Not entirely.
Then Doctor Who.
All right, now this is not a current politics discussion.
Yeah. We're not talking about anything political here. All we're talking about is Check's notes: the peasant class being oppressed for being scientists /
I mean, current affairs.
All we're
Current-
talking about is checks notes. The aristocrats literally hunting down dissidents.
Yes. And this is the reveal that took me out completely. So, all those people that were calling peasant, they weren't peasants. They were scientists.
My God.
So this society despises science and technology, or simply science. That's why when Dr. Barton pleads for her life, she doesn't receive what she asked for.
Yeah.
She's sent to be part of the hunt. She does survive, however.
Yay.
She turns up here. It turns out she's got a bit of a partnership with Jax, and says it's terrible news that your brothers are dead, and Jax reacts completely normally.
Oh, that's a shame.
Just like, cool. Great.
Oh no,
Fantastic.
how
That's
sad.
happened to
Never
worse
mind.
people.
That's his reaction right there. Oh no, how sad. Never mind. Then Ula tricks the Doctor into losing the sonic modulator.
Come closer.
No, you know how he reacts to his brothers being dead? I cry 5 ever.
He goes, "Oh, my brothers are dead." Yes, I mean, oh no.
I cry 5 ever. One for every moon.
Is Max looking? No, sad, no.
I cry 5 ever. One for every moon on Vulpana. Oh wait, shit! You weren't supposed to know that.
I will now have a moment of silence for my fallen brothers. That's enough.
I can hear them one-upping each other on their way to hell. I mean, heaven.
I can't believe they're looking at me. I mean, look down, looking down, looking down.
They're true fan.
They're looking down. I didn't say that out loud, did I? They're looking down.
Okay, but yeah, this is surprising. The 7th Doctor gets tricked.
Yeah, which means that Max has to save it because it is her story.
Okay, it's her. Okay, I'll buy that because in any other circumstance, it'd be like bullshit, fucking shit. Of any Doctor, this one doesn't get tricked. Not late era McCoy. No.
Yeah, I agree.
It needs to happen at least once. He can't be, infallible all the time.
Yes, he can. He should be.
Infallible
I
until he
will go
decides.
over there and stab you.
Infallible until he decides to open the doors out to San Francisco without checking the fucking scatter.
Hey, why are these people guzzy?
I'm sure the Brigadier would be happy to hear that guns finally worked.
No. Technically, the guns didn't kill him. The American healthcare system did.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate how true that is.
And then we get.
Guess what? Guns finally worked against the alien. Oh, that's great. Which alien?
What?
So, news.
Jax helps Max. I can't remember how he helps Max. I just says with the help, Doctor with the help of Max. Jax. They should not be these S words, these S names. Damn it! I can get Max and Jax confused.
He needs to Jax off.
Max saves the Doctor with the help of Jax. I think he threw a grenade from the battlements or something.
Anyway, let's talk about moons.
Damn moon.
That is no moon.
It's
literally.
an egg.
It's a space station.
No. Vulpana has a 5th moon, and it's a smart moon that hides in the orbit of other moons.
It's a dark moon. Poor Luigi.
Okay, I'm literally going to call this out right now. So, getting into part 4 a little bit, Jax reveals that he's the one that builds this stupid fucking thing.
Surprise!
How?
If I had a nickel for every time.
How the fuck did he hide this on this planet? Where did he put it? How did he launch it? How?
There's some nonsense about it not reflecting the light or something, so it's hidden from sight. Or
No. If I had a nickel for every time Cat critiqued the logic
planet,
of a moon.
How did he hide it on
Who.
the planet? How did he launch it from the planet?
I don't know.
If I had
Without anybody seeing it.
You done? If I had a nickel for every time Cat critiqued the plot logic of a moon in Doctor Who, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
You'd also have a kidney failure when she stabbed you.
It is not weird that it happened twice because what the hell is this bullshit?
You'd have 2 nickels, Frez, but you'd also have kidney failure when she stabbed you.
Yes. Also, no, because that's a waste of a perfectly good kidney. I could be making so much money off of that.
Wow.
I'm glad you see me in such a high regard, Kat.
Yeah, for spare
Hundreds
parts.
of thousands of dollars.
So
if you take a little bit of liver, it grows back.
Ula appears to have lost her memory.
Doubt.
She doesn't remember that Mags killed her sons. So she has to be told that her sons are dead. It knows that Mags killed them. There's also a kind of a premature reveal. It's like, Mags is not a killer, but I am. Figured, okay.
Oh,
hang on a second.
Anyway.
So she knew that Mags didn't kill her son, so who did?
But who was phone?
But who was phone?
The phone was inside the house all along.
But where was the call coming from?
Inside the house, duh.
But that's where the phone was.
Exactly. Then
Who
who
was
was on
phone?
first?
Yes. It's like that routine where the Chinese premier was who and the Chinese president was when, and that's not a joke. China literally did have a time where their 2 main politicians were who and when. Now that's an Albert Costello joke just waiting to happen.
Of course.
It is an Albert and Costello joke.
Who's the Chinese president? No, when's the Chinese president?
God, I can't fucking
But
talk today.
But why is it Chinese president?
But there isn't a why.
Because
I know
that democracy was an okay thing.
Kuchiri, I know what you were getting at. I was trying to join in. I failed miserably. I'm sorry.
Are you really?
Then we get the conclusion of the aftermath of the massacre at the hunt. And even though Dr. Bond was part of the hunt and she would have been prey, and Ula threatens to make her prey when they have this talk with each other, she does not hesitate to try and help the people that were trying to kill her.
She is a doctor.
Which makes what happens in part 4 all the more strange.
Great.
It could just be that she reached the end of her rope and was like, I don't care anymore. Change has to happen now.
TARDIS is no longer there, so it made her go bonkers.
I think it might be she just got fed up with all the bullshit.
No, I at that point the TARDIS had moved away from the moon, so I think that the full craziness of the moon hit her at that moment.
Yeah. And then the big reveal that Jax built the 5th moon all along, but we've already got to that. So Jax is now the heir to his family, and he wants Max as a wife, and the cliffhanger is that he will kill both Max and the Doctor unless she agrees to marry him.
You know, like a normal person.
I have to say that I do love Justin Martin's voice acting here. I do.
Do it, bitch. Do it.
I love the way she says I do. She's strong in this. She gives a good performance.
Yeah, up until part 4, in which case I have a lot of critiques. Like a lot.
True. Part 4 then is the conclusion of the story. Ula is now aligned with Jax, or seems to be.
I mean, you gotta, bet on the last remaining son, I guess.
Yeah.
So Jax then ends the hunt officially, and he's trying to move the Vulpana society towards science. They take this well. They take this well.
It's poetry in motion.
Rabble, rabble, rabble.
So Max is going to marry Jax tomorrow. She goes along with it to help the Doctor not die. As you do. Forced marriage in a story about the aristocracy? No, never. Never happens.
Again, all you have to do is just say, okay, go ahead. Do it.
I do love how initially the Doctor gets out of this. So good.
Yeah. Also, the TARDIS remote control. This is a cool idea. Was this ever in the TV series?
No. Well, actually, The second Doctor had one, but it was the second Doctor from 2 doctors.
Right.
No,
That's the
I
only
mean, do
time I
you
can
want to count the car beeper thing Tennant had?
That's his Sonic, isn't it?
I mean, it's
Which is
still a remote control.
Oh, yeah. But you're right. At the end of time, it's a car. I locked it like a car.
Ha ha ha! Click click. That's
What a goof!
What a funny joke. This man just became the Time Lord victorious, and now he's doing car jokes.
Yes. But we're not
Actually,
talking about that.
Oh, we're not talking about
And then a wild couple of bits. So the Doctor's in prison in the dungeon because Jax has got henchmen who I think are voiced by the 2 brother actors because they're now out of the story. Yeah. It would make sense because they're out of the story now to have them voice the 2 goons.
Yeah.
And the Doctor accuses Jax of orchestrating the massacre. He's right. But if you think that's wild, it wasn't Max that killed Isaac and Tobe. It was their own mother.
What a twist!
Makes sense.
So they weren't dying. Max apparently had only scratched them on the surface. So I guess somebody else mauled them. And then to not lose the glory of the honor of the kill, she kills her own sons.
Yeah.
And then not content with one WTF moment in the narrative, we get a second one because Max convinces Jax to let her see the Doctor. He's like, you can see him after the wedding, sweetheart. She starts crying. He said, all right, you can see him now. They go in for a hug. She swipes the TARDIS remote using the hug.
Love it.
The Doctor's like, gives a speech like, Max, you were a great companion, and it's like he's leaving her behind. But he drops the remote, so she needs to bring him back, and he's arrested. What the hell?
I get it from her perspective because he takes the remote and he's like, "Ha! I'm going to leave now," but he's leaving to blow up the moon on what is
and himself
on a
And also, to be fair,
mission.
this is like the 3rd time he's done this to her.
Yes.
He's like, no, you know what? Fuck it. So, before he can resolve the plot by bravely sacrificing himself, he's promptly brought back by Mags. He's like, no, you fucker, you ain't going nowhere. But then I love this bit with the wedding.
This bit's great.
But I just to go back, because y'all are moving really fast.
Yeah, well,
Go ahead.
The bit with her killing her 2 sons makes sense. Like, if another alpha, like if we're going by the whole toxic mentality of alpha, omega, beta bullshit that doesn't exist. Sorry, all you alpha bros out there. It doesn't exist. It's not real. If we go by that toxic mentality, if another alpha killed the 2 alphas in charge, then they could easily overpower her and take over the second moon, like family and everything. So by her killing them, she takes over and says, I'm the strongest. None of y'all matter. It doesn't matter that, like other people soften them up for her. She still got the final kill. She's in charge still. Nobody else matters. So that's why she killed them. Does that make sense?
yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's like she got the final kill, so she still wins.
Well argued.
And, like all this stuff with Mags makes sense at the very least because, she's hurt because he keeps leaving her. Stop leaving the poor girl.
Also, Kuchiri, am I right in thinking that the voice actress for Ula was also in Doctor Who in another role?
She wasn't. She's only done voice roles according to the wiki.
But she was like an obscure companion of somebody, or
The 8th Doctor. She was in a few 8th Doctor stories.
he does have quite a few companions, so I can understand that. I can believe that. And then the wedding. The wedding is just brilliant. So we have this officiant called Sister Luma. Again, it should be Sister Luna, but maybe that was copyright. I don't know.
No, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm kind of glad it wasn't Sister Luna because right now, I will tell you the number one thing that they do in these werewolf stories that Chris keeps reading is they name the wife of the main alpha the Luna. She is the Luna.
Oh my
I
God.
wish I was
But that
fucking
word
joking,
means-
but she's the
That
Luna.
word means moon. It's so symbolic.
Yes. Because she's his moon.
Oh wow.
God,
That's
kill me.
So
oh my God.
this voice that McCoy does to impersonate Sister Luna
Beautiful.
We're gonna do
just
chromatic
slays
readings,
me.
I swear.
Yeah. Man and wife, say man and wife.
Marriage.
Now,
My
I
wife.
knew you were going to bring that up, Kat.
Well, I literally just quoted that scene, so yes.
Yeah, but I know, but that's like one of Kat's favorite movies.
That clergyman sure was impressive.
I bought the book recently, actually. I haven't
Oh.
started reading it yet, but I bought the book.
Hell yeah.
Peter
Look at
Falk's so
pictures of
good
it,
in that.
It's really cool.
Peter Falk is so good in that film
Columbo.
as the grandfather.
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Seems a shame
I'll
to tell
call the Brute Squad. I'm on the Brute Squad. You are the Brute Squad.
you.
Yeah, the wedding is hijacked. Oh my.
I have no gate key. Fezzik, tear his arms off. Oh, you mean this gate key?
I'm sorry, but I have to do this. My name is Jax. You've killed my brothers. Thank you.
Compliment.
Drop your sword. I could quote that film all day.
Are we,
I love that film so much.
my sons are dead.
Anyways, the
mostly
wedding.
dead.
No, they're actually dead. They're actually dead. But
No, I just wanted to quote Peter. So anyway,
we then go from 0 to 100 because Ulu has been helping the Doctor the well, not the entire time, but the whole
At
time that
least
she
the last few minutes of the audio
since
drama.
part 4 started, yes. When she said she was alarmed with Jazz, this was all a ruse to get revenge on him. She knows that he caused the massacre to happen with his science because the Doctor showed her the lab.
At some point.
So she denounces herself as a traitor and tells the hunters to go after him. So Jax runs off. Then we get Max and the Doctor get to Jax's laboratory. Dr. Barton is there. Dr. Barton has hijacked the 5th moon. This is where she just doesn't care anymore. She hopes the pupils kill each other, and then she blows up the control panel and herself. Whoops.
oh,
Well,
Yeah.
essentially, her thought process at this point is if there are no more purebloods, then everybody is equal because nobody is above them.
this is the
Which
fucking bad
does-
plot of The Incredibles.
Kind of makes sense, I guess.
I cannot
Not
believe the
really.
writers of Moons of Vulpana ripped off Sonic Adventure 2. This is the space station arc. Space colony arc.
Oh my God.
Do I need to get the picture back up again of my werewolves?
Wrong
totally
Sonic.
legit
Wrong Sonic
werewolves.
game. Wrong Sonic game.
I know, but still.
Adventure 2 does not contain lycanthropes.
I know, but still. But also, again, I established that at this point, the TARDIS had been revolving or like doing something to the 5th moon, which brought everybody's minds back to their senses, essentially. When they hit the remote for the Doctor to be picked up in the TARDIS, that brought the TARDIS away from there. And Jax and his minions, they took the TARDIS into a separate room or wherever it was that they took it. So it was no longer stopping that moon from, holding their aggression back or anything.
Yeah,
it wasn't
I
holding
get
their
you.
aggression back anymore. So now Barton has the full effects of the 5th moon on her, which we had already been told that all the normal people, quote unquote, normal people who were the peasants were being affected by the 5th moon. So that's why I think she suddenly went quote unquote crazy. It's because she suddenly got the full effects of the 5th moon on her, and she was like, no, this totally makes sense. Let's just kill all the purebloods and we'll all be equal.
I know, it's just showing that, who's the most reasonable character of the entire guest cast turns out to be the one that sets it on a genocidal rampage.
Yay. What a fun society.
Everyone is terrible.
Yay! Everybody sucks.
Including Ula, who forces the Doctor to take her with him to the fifth moon so they can blow it up.
Hey, kids, you remember the Chibnall era?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We split the narrative here. We have Max going after Jax to, I don't know, either save him, kill him, bring him back for justice, get answers, get answers how he can control his urges, stuff. And then we have Ula forcing the Doctor to take her with him when they go to the fifth moon to blow it up.
And this is why I mentioned the Chilling, because it's the same fucking shit. Oh, we have to blow this thing up. No, Doctor, you don't do it. I will bravely sacrifice myself to do a violence.
Well, she's blaming herself for this happening. She wants to regain her honor.
It can be a trope used well, but Mr. Chibnall used it a little too frequently. And so I am reminded of him whenever I see it in Doctor Who now.
Do you think this is a good use of the trope or not? Indifferent, okay.
And they kind of do the same.
I will say I hate Mags in this point.
Really?
Why?
Yes. Okay, so she spends this whole audio drama being essentially victimized and treated as an object by these three dudes, right? The three brothers.
Yes.
And honestly, their mom, too. She's basically seen as, you are object that I can marry and have babies with to inject more, blood into our society so that we are less, shitty, and we're just treating you as sex object. And her decision, after all of this, including the whole, if you don't marry me, I will kill you. Like, that whole arc is, I don't want to kill this guy. I want to just go after him and make sure that he can escape from his captors this entire time. Just because I want him to tell me the secrets of how he can control his werewolf, even though I kind of already know how to do it.
I mean, does she actually know, though?
Yes.
It's kind of inherently...
Already told her how to do it. He like specifically said it's a mental thing.
Yeah.
And he continues to tell her it's a mental thing that he developed over several years.
Well, let's find out he's full of shit.
Well, he's lying through his teeth because he goes on to say,
well, yes.
I made it all up. I could never turn into a fucking lycanthrope.
Yes, he obviously made that all up. But this entire time that she's been on this planet, she's been able to control it. I'm just saying, like, her entire reason for going after him is to try to figure out a way to control her werewolf. Okay, fine. Whatever. None of what she does in this part makes sense. She doesn't try to restrain him. She doesn't try to capture him. She doesn't, like, try to do anything. She just sort of, like, stands there and talks to him the entire time. And then, as these murderous werewolves come in, they're just like, okay, let's run and hide. And it's like, okay, well, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. And they continue to just sort of like be ineffective this entire time. And it's kind of aggravating.
Yeah.
Fair.
It's all done to set up the final reveal that he could never transform in the first place.
And then he blows
Yeah, which is
himself up.
also kind of really lame in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then
he
two
was never
deaths.
able to transform. That's so stupid.
Two honourable deaths, quote unquote honourable. Ula is dying. She actually really was dying. She got a wound to the gut in the melee.
Okay, so how long was from the melee to when she's like, "Oh yeah, no, I have a mortal wound"? Because that felt like hours. I mean,
It was a full day.
They set up a wedding, for fuck's sake.
It was the next day.
It was the
She
next
needs to
day.
live for a full fucking day. What the fuck?
She was dying really, really slowly.
we all
Don't get
are,
me
Rain.
wrong, like,
We
slight
all are.
spoilers. I kind of like this.
Oh my god,
Loved
Kuchiri.
it.
That's a really depressive thought. I mean, you're right. That's a really depressive thought.
That's what I'm good for.
When Mrs. says humans are born dying, she's not wrong.
Well,
These aren't humans, though.
All right. Well,
Vulpanans. Anyway, shithead blows himself up with a grenade. No great loss.
because honor.
Honor. What? Where we talk about Vulpanans or fucking Klingons? What is?
I don't know, but he blows himself up for honor. The other blows herself up to regain her honor. The entire
Yay,
family
we killed an entire fucking house of Vulpana. Golden Age.
We did it, Patrick. We saved Vulpana.
Yeah, no, I love how they do all this saving. Oh yeah, no, in like 200 years, war will come, and my entire species will die, and I'll be the only one left alive. Yes. Okay.
Well, even worse than that, they're not going to be all dead, because I read a little snippet that said that, there's a whole comic based off of them being like segregated into like concentration camps and shit like that.
What the fuck?
No,
Yeah, I wish I was kidding.
she's right.
What?
To explain why Max was not on Vulpana, they came up with some really crazy lore about Vulpana.
You can just say she wanted to trap. What the fuck?
I know. No.
After Captain Cook took her, apparently Vulpana segregated all of the lycanthropes into these concentration camps, even to the point that some of them escaped to a moon, where they were promptly followed and then put into even more concentration camps.
Okay, Doctor Who EU, can you chill the fuck out for 2 seconds?
You want to know what this comic was called, by the way? It was called Hill of Beans.
Yeah. Doctor Who, Expanded Universe chilling out. No, genocide.
You can't just. Why would you? Oh my god.
I don't know what goes harder, Doctor Who or the manga verse of Pokemon.
Yeah.
The
Probably
elite
manga verse of
literally gets
Pokemon.
together to commit mass genocide.
Because Team Rocket dies.
Anyway, I'm reading from the notes to end this. Mads realizes that Vulpana was always destined to fall. Her urges seem to be controlled for the time being. That's the audio. What did we think?
Well, Lena picked this, but who would like to go first?
I will. It was okay.
Okay, Kuchiri.
It was okay.
It was okay.
I love I love these. I'll go first because I have very little to say.
Great input, Kuchiri. Great input.
Great.
So, Frez.
So me, let's see. So anyway, so as we can see on this trap card, we are recreating the Mad Tea Party. In fact,
God
MTP
damn it.
there. And it even says 07, which is a deep cut because the Tea Party apparently happens in Chapter 7 of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Oh, right. We were talking about Moons of Vulpana.
It does. Also, how dare you?
Oh, we were talking about Moons of Vulpana. This is fine. This is fine. There are some issues with it we had, but it's your basic Doctor Who adventure. It's fun. It's nice. It's you come to Big Finish for steady hand usually, and this is steady hand. I like that it focuses on Mags, even if it muddles things a bit. I like that it's very clearly anti-monarchy, elitism with the whole pure blood thing. Don't be mean to the lower classes, kids, and lest they rise up and take a bite out of you. All the lycanthrope stuff is interesting. Bro built an entire fucking moon that's wild. It's neat. It's neat. It's a nice little story with my favorite Doctor and a underutilized side character from a pretty good story. It's fine. Good job, Lena. One of you two, go.
Cat.
I actually really enjoyed this one. Obviously, I had my criticisms, especially parts 3 and 4, mostly with Jax. Again, how the fuck did he manage to hide a gigantic moon on a planet and then launch it into space with nobody fucking noticing? How did he do that? How? With the limited technology that he definitely has? How? So many questions. Other than that, though, I had a really fun time listening to this. Mags is fun. Didn't like the decisions she made in part 4, but can't always be perfect. 7th Doctor, as always, Sylvester McCoy is a fucking treat. He is fantastic. All the characters were fun. I kind of really liked Isaac and Tobe like going against each other because that was really funny. I'm sorry, but it's just really funny to listen to that. The characters, the whole characters, they were fun. The lore of the world was interesting. Maybe the pacing could have been a bit better. Explaining a few things could have been better, but overall, I think this was a pretty good audio drama. I had some fun with it. I do wish that there were some more visuals to it because honestly, I didn't remember what Mags looked like because I don't remember if I was on the podcast for Greatest Show. I don't think I was, but if I was, I don't remember that episode, so I didn't remember what Mags looked like.
On the cover of the audio.
Yeah, he's on the front cover of the audio.
I didn't see the front cover of the audio, so hey.
Well, watch this podcast and you'll see the front cover of the audio because that's going to be the entirety of the podcast apart from your little insert bit.
Yes, exactly.
Excuse me, I've been looking malice cards this entire fucking time, Rain.
Apart from your insert bits. I literally just said that.
I looked at a picture of her, and as far as I could tell, it's just her, but with some extra makeup and fake teeth, and so, kind of destroys my idea that she looks like Crystal from Star Fox.
Rawr.
But either way, fun audio drama. Brainiac.
I also enjoyed it. Lena picked well. I mean, Lena was always going to pick wolves if it wasn't Matt Smith.
Oh, fair.
And there was no wolves in a Matt Smith episode, so I guess this was the next best thing. It's McCoy's a treat, as you said, rightly said, to listen to. And this is much better than Zagreus.
What, like that's hard?
True, but it was just more enjoyable than Zagreus because apart from the unnecessary Vulpana lore dump in part 1, it didn't fall into that trap too much.
Wait, I'm sorry, Ray. I have to correct you. The correct pronunciation is Zagreus.
Don't turn into that commentator that overpronounces the German names in football, please.
That's how McGann kept screaming it all.
I know. It was kind of terrible and kind of great at the same time.
Yes.
But this is not Zagreus. It's the Moons of Vulpana. And it was good. Part 4 is a bit of a mess because there's a lot of inconsistent characterization with Mags, with Ula, of a part that's, a ruse, with Dr. Barton in particular, but Cat's explanation about the TARDIS not stopping it going bonkers made sense, so I'll buy it. No, it was good. I enjoyed it. $12.99 well spent.
Money.
I'm not going to pirate Big Finish. Come on, dude.
Nicholas Briggs is going to have a nice lunch because of you now.
I'm not going to pirate Big Finish. Also, don't mock nice lunches.
Yeah, nice lunches are great. They're what the entire budget of Classic Who serials were.
So that was Lena's pick, and thank you, Lena, for the pick.
So, Rain, where can you find us lovely people?
I'm so glad you asked that question, Frezno. You can find us on Blue Sky in the links below in the description. We're also on twitch.tv. It's twitch.tv /Freezing Inferno /Rainiac /The Kuchiri and /Concave Usurper. Please buy Back to the Empire Volumes 1, 2, and soon to be 3 by the person that picked the story for the rest of this week, Lena Fenrira Mactire. Please buy The Terror for the Trees by Sean Dillon. And please buy Shadow of the Gallifreyan Volume 1 by a whole load of talented folks, including Lena, Sean, and Frezno, and others.
Yay, yeah. You read it all, and it was good. I have something to plug as well.
Go ahead.
Well, there's two. So the obvious, twitch.tv /Freezing Inferno every Monday night for Monday Night Frezno. Last time we played a visual novel called Lily's Day Off, and it was 60 minutes of pure brain-melting insanity. And there's a sequel. So tomorrow, as I say this, but it'll probably be that night or Tuesday or whenever it was in the past, I'll have played the sequel game, Lily's Night Out, which apparently is even more batshit. But another thing I did, I posted a new article on my blog, Fresno's ravinggrants.blogspot.com. It was a Canada Day post about 90s Canadian teen show that I recently got sucked back into because of nostalgia about saving money called Street Sense, and it also is just completely off the wall, anarchic, just kids messing around, good shit. Can't believe what you're watching. 90s vibes, resplendent, all about good times. Please read.
I read that blog post. That show, it looked wild to me.
Oh, you don't know half of it. Oh, I did. Well, you probably do. I linked a clip of it.
Yes, I that's what I mean. It's wild.
Yeah, just the kids going ape shit.
I could go on for days about our 90s children's TV programs, but I won't. Because we'll be here all day.
Well, this is why we make blogs, so you can write thousands of words about it.
What's up, Dart? Joe Rose is part of What's Up, Dart, but
Dole's house party. Talk about Mr. fucking Blobby.
Well, that wasn't a children's show. That was a family show.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Blobby was a nightmare.
True. Yes.
I forever love that the quiz show with what's his name?
Yes.
The Big Fat Quiz of the Year with Jack Whitehall. Yes.
How the fuck were you allowed near kids?
A very good question, Jack. A very good question.
Oh God.
Kuchiri, what have you been up to?
Not much. We've been doing the Kamen Rider podcast. I've been trying to work on videos and failing, trying to play games and failing. You know.
I should warn you right now, Kuchiri, that I have watched episode 41 of Kamen Rider Hibiki. I'm upset.
Or Gav?
Oh no.
I'm upset.
Which one?
Hibiki 41, I said.
Why are you watching Hibiki?
Because we get to see it next week.
Okay.
I'm
You're behind on Gav. You're like so far behind on Gav.
I'm also catching up with Gav.
Hey, there's a new Kamen Rider in town coming this fall.
And I can't pronounce it.
It's either going to be Zeets or Zetas.
Zeets makes more sense. It's easy to pronounce for one thing, so it's probably the other one.
Right.
Kat, have you been doing anything on your Twitch channel recently?
No, I've been really neglecting it. I really need to get back to actually doing stuff on it.
Dramatic reading of werewolf fan fiction. Let's go.
Don't tempt me. I might actually
tempt.
There was a recent game that I've been playing called Wander Stop, which apparently has its own books in it. And there was one that I read in it to Chris only. It was a fucking trip. So I might start doing dramatic readings. I don't know, because that was fun.
If you need us to do dramatic readings, I'm available.
I still want to do that whole thing where we play games and read Reddit stories while playing games.
That could work.
I would be fine with doing that too, but I would like to put in a caveat that we put in complete Reddit stories of some kind, not ones that have like open ends, because those ones piss me off.
Fair point.
What subreddit are we talking about here?
Any subreddit.
Yeah. Well,
any is the correct answer, yes.
Am I the asshole, or am I overreacting, or
the correct answer is yes to all of those.
Yeah. 2 hot takes.
I would say not am I the asshole, not AITH or AITA, but AITAH.
Am I the hole?
One. Not the one with the really bad. There's 2 of them. There's one that has the really bad moderators that kick out almost everybody, and then there's the one with the really good moderators that don't.
Listen,
do you have any idea how that narrows it down?
The only Reddits I look at are the Newfoundland one and r/Poutine Crimes.
I like best of Redditors updates and the one that is less anal about things, which is just BORU. They're both technically the same one, but BORU doesn't have a 7-day limit on updates. So,
apart from looking at specific things for research and that, the Perfect Dark Reddit, I am not happy about Perfect Dark being cancelled, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It looks so good. And anyone that's celebrating it, screw you.
What's that? Games being canceled because they might be popular? I'm shocked. Did Netflix happen to make it?
Yes.
What? Games are being killed? We should probably do something about stop killing games.
Unfortunately, that only works in the EU. You can only sign in if you're in the E EU.
Stop killing games.
We heard back from Chris.
So, it's too bad that none of us are in the E EU.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Goodness.
He agreed.
But no, because we're not in the EU. We left. Brexit was a thing. We're still in Europe, but we're not in the EU.
You guys remember when we thought Brexit was going to be the worst thing a conservative government was ever going to do?
The worst thing
I miss those days.
The worst thing a conservative government was ever going to do in this country was to lose. Kuchiri, the worst thing a conservative government did in this country was lose to let these clowns in. Also, yes, we have a peg.
All right,
And
do
that
it.
pig is?
And you are not going to respect this.
3, 2, 1. Lay it on us.
So our choice for the next story we're going to do falls to Chris, Kat's best friend, Chris.
Yes.
And I don't know how you're going to feel about this, but I know one person that we talked to is not going to be very pleased with Chris at all.
Is it me?
I don't know.
Is it me?
Because next time, Doctor Who,
I already told her no to Twin Dilemma.
it's not any of that. It's not even a TV story.
Oh, what?
Because next time on Doctor Who Reviews, Big Finish presents Peter Davison as the Fifth Doctor in Necromantia.
Say goodnight, Rain.
Who told her?
You did on the podcast. She watched the
I'm turning
podcast.
everything off. Good night, everyone.
So I genuinely didn't think she watched the podcast.
She watched the podcast where that story was mentioned. She's like, as I went to Necromancy, I have to pick this. I'm sorry.
3 big finishes in a row. We're truly in the wilderness.
Sean is gonna flip because I think that was his pick.
Dead,
Mike is gonna
dead
die.
forever.
I'm gonna die.
Dead
Dead
forever.
forever.
Dead forever.
Dead but revived to be fucked forever. Dead.
Anyway.
Fuck. Say goodnight.
This is the best reaction ever to a reveal for the next story
Hello,
we do.
Andrew Newfoundland. I need a vacancy 2 weeks from now.
Nah,
Listen
you
to
gotta
the
stay,
Kamen Rider's
unfortunately.
reviews.
I'm lightheaded.
What's it even called? Necromantia.
I don't know.
I don't know,
Does it
but
involve dead people?
Chris just saw the word necro and thought, that's the one for me.
Yeah, that sounds like her.
Oh, skeletons. Good.
Okay, I'm looking at the publisher's summary, not a spoiler of the plot. Yes, it involves death.
I wonder.
Okay, yeah, that's
Rain,
her.
sign this off. I
That's
want to
her.
have lunch.
I think that just about does it for this week, unless someone's got something they want to say to me.
Thank you, Kuchiri. Thank you.
Yes,
I'm scared.
yes. All of that. So I think someone has to say something to me at this point.
It's raining. Say goodnight.
Good night. And we'll see you next time for, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Necromantia, and it's not Sean's pick. He's going to flip. Until next time, bye for now.
Bye.
Good night.
Dr. Barton, who is the servant of this family, but she's a doctor, so that kind of doesn't quite track. 1 second, my dad's calling me.
What the fuck?
Oh, are you all right?
What is
Hello?
the ringtone?
No, I haven't. Okay. Okay.
So I'm like 21 minutes
Oh my god.
of recording so far for Assassin's Creed.
Nice. Oh my god. Okay. Rain, you're listening back to this. You had to put that in. You had to put that fucking ringtone in.
Yeah, what the fuck is that ringtone, dude?
It's
I'm so
amazing.
curious now.
It's like a I don't know whose saxophone solo it is, but it's somebody's. Reminds me of the one from Careless Whisper by George Michael. You know, I wish he was in a band or something.
I know, weird. But also, Rainiac, that is far too sexy to be for your dad. I'm sorry, but it just is.
It's probably his general ringtone.
I'm back.
Nice ringtone, by the way.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Who is that?
I locked my dad out of the house.
What the fuck?
I can now turn that off. Without meaning to, it's by accident.
Did you let him back in?
Yes, that's what he really wanted to tell me. You locked me out of the house, so
he's not going to come back in. Oh yeah, Dad's locked out of the house. But before that, so Mags.